What is up, crazy people? As you can see, I've been a little bit busy off camera. Nothing too crazy, though. Nothing too crazy. Just been making a whole bunch of ME controllers, getting my full 7x7 set up here, centralized in the entire facility, which is great. And I got myself, these were really easy to do. I just made a whole bunch of drives. Simple as that. With all the drives in them, just using some EMC and all that kind of jazz, and getting all that going. We got still at like 632 million. We got way too much, and that's fine. I turned in a whole bunch of quests, got a lot of that stuff done. I still got to do the security terminal and the cell workbench, but for the most part, pretty darn good, pretty darn impressive, pretty nice stuff. We got the terminal over here. I've loaded up with some resources, just general resources for the most part, where I could do some crafting in it, right? Just for now. For now, this is a nice little basis, and I just pulled them pretty much out of the tablet and threw them into the system, right? Pardon me. Still a little janky on the old coughing. I moved my wireless charger over here because I plan on spending a lot of my time in this neck of the woods here. Which is good, and of course everything is working quite nicely. Our reactor still produces way too much, and we're good to go. So we got a lot of power, and we're slowly but surely starting to expand on our ME stuff. Now, there's a couple more things that I do want to get done. Obviously with the ME crafting terminal, and I have the facade there of the grass block. That's great and everything. I might move this wireless charger down below just so that it's not apparent, because we do have another terminal that we're going to need, and I think it's going to balance it out a little bit better as we go. And then the other thing here is I've made a whole bunch of like auto-crafting setup, right? Pretty straightforward stuff. So let's start by placing these guys down as well. So the main thing here, oops, I forgot some smart dense cables. Those are the other things that I need. So the smart dense cables, we're just going to basically run up the middle here. Nothing too crazy. We have 32 channels that can come off one side of this ME controller, which is really good. And I'm going to throw down the interfaces right alongside there, like that, and I have a little cable there so it doesn't connect there as well. And then I'm going to throw down our molecular assemblers, and we're just going to make this a nice big system. These guys are going to alternate and become, for the most part, a pretty darn good system. So all of this together will give us some pretty darn good auto crafting capabilities, which is great. And I'm going to build this as high up as I can possibly go. So the one advantage with the smart cabling, we can come down here and we can see we've used 12 of 32. So we still got a long ways that we can kind of expand on this system, which is great, because each one of these molecular assemblers don't take up a channel. It's only the interfaces that do. So we just added down another level, and we're still only halfway there, which is awesome, right? Very good. Okay, so we're going to build this guy up as high as we can, basically to the ceiling height. And this is going to be our main process and chamber for pretty much everything that we're going to be doing around here. So this will start to build up our auto crafting, which is going to be great overall. There we go. Throw these guys down. And Shazam. So we are pretty much at the maximum now, right? At least from here. If I do need to get more, I can, right? We can do more if we need to. About 4 more on here is the most that we could get out of this. And technically speaking, this is, I believe, yeah, you know what? Let's do it. Let's do it. Why not? Come on. This is too wide, too thick, so we're going fully in. Why not? There we go. There we go. Let's just throw these down. That in the corner. That in the corner. And you. There we go. We are fully maximized in our setup now. Awesome. So this is a full 32 channels building that monstrosity. I love it. Now, for those of you that have never done autocrafting and stuff like that, one of the other things here is you usually need to have acceleration cards, or at least, sorry, you don't need them, but it's highly recommended to have them, because what these will do is these little molecular assemblers, they craft the items for you, okay? Those are the actual items that craft for you. And then the ME interfaces that we have here, those are the items that input the stuff to be crafted. Make sense? I hope so. I hope that made some sense. And then, yeah, so there's a lot of little things that we need. Acceleration cards. Let's get a few more of those. They're a little expensive. A couple diamonds. But these guys are going to just overall improve the speed at which all of your crafting is going to happen, right? Makes sense to me. Hopefully it makes sense to you all as well. Okay, good. So, I just did that side. Let's complete the other side here. I wish you could just, like, click them in, but that's okay. Alright, we're good. That one's done. Boom. 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 And then one in the middle here. Let's get that guy done as well. Better off not missing any. This is going to give us the fastest possible crafting capabilities of the system. There won't really be a faster way that at least I know of for crafting stuff. Alright? So this should work out very nicely for us. There we go. And last but not least, it should just be the middle, right? Middle. I'm going to double check them. It's a good time to double check anyways. Good, good. And last but not least is the top. Alright, sweet. So we've put in all of the acceleration cards as well. So this system is pretty much as optimum as it can be. Okay, we'll throw down the acceleration cards and put all that away. So now we have the capabilities of crafting, right? These things can actually craft, and we have a full system ready to go. Plus, it looks cool, right? I think it looks cool. On the other side, we need the computers. We need the computers to craft things with. Okay? Pretty straightforward, but yeah, we need the computers. So, without further ado, I need to get some more cable anchors. Yeah, those will work good. I think this will work nice. I've never... Oh, I keep doing that. You guys would be shocked at how many times I've done that while building this. How do I want to do this? Do I even want to use the monitors? I don't think I do. I don't think I want to use the monitors. I'm not a big fan of the monitors overall, so I think we're going to keep it pretty straightforward. So what I normally like to do for my processing and stuff like that is not that. I normally like to stick them at the top here, kind of like so. Now, each one of these is 64K, so each one has a 64K capacity. And then I tend to like to go with 6 co-processing units, and that's one of the crafting terminals, okay? And then we can kind of just branch off of that with another dense cable. And as you can see, we're only using one channel at this point in time. So it's pretty handy overall. So then we can go with some more coprocessors, like so, and some more 64Ks, just like that. Pretty straightforward stuff, nothing too crazy here going on. So I like to do it this way. The reason I prefer it this way is mainly because I find that the crafting speed with the size of these is good enough for most crafts. Okay, so I normally like to have 3 at least like that. And then up here, I want to do similar to what we did across the way. We need to remove 1 layer here, and this one's going to be a larger crafting setup here. And the reason being is we want more space, okay? That's the main reason for this, is we want to have additional capacity for our setup. So we want to add a little over double the 64K setup. So what that should allow us to do is, first of all, it looks about the same, which is good. It's got a nice little tree kind of appearance. We can kind of make it a little nicer as we go. But what this is going to do is this is going to allow us to craft 4 different big projects at once, which is pretty darn cool. And then from there, it's going to be able to use a whole bunch of different setups as well, okay? Pretty straightforward stuff. Applied Energistics 2, lovely, lovely mod. I love it. It's so much fun. Now, this one's obviously not as many channels. This one's only 4 channels because each one of these multi-blocks is only 1, right? So we don't really need the dense cabling, but at this point, yeah, about that. It's pretty straightforward, right? I mean, smart cabling. Let's just take a look in our tablet. It's like 1100. We got 636 million. Oh, and wait. We got another 25,000 Enderium blocks. Like, I'm not even joking here. I'm going to be clicking all of these out just like this. And because we got that personal tablet, let's just see how much we get. So we're at 636 million before I even do this. Before I even do this, we're at 636. Well, each one of these is 1.3, 1.4. Let's generate some EMC. With the magnet being on, we are picking up all the blocks that were down on the ground. And look at that. We've barely even gone through half. And we're currently at, we've gained 200 million EMC. So like I said, EMC, not really a problem. You might as well utilize everything to your capabilities and build the best that you possibly can once you get a nice little setup going. So I find that this setup's pretty darn good. I like it. I tend to not let it build up like this because it's a hassle to click this many times, to be honest with you guys. But yeah, we drain it out basically. I usually go down to about 1,000 blocks of Enderium, give or take. That way we have a bit of a buffer. Of course, because I'm recording or whatever, I'm just done right there. Okay, and we'll just process these as well. This should hopefully get us over 1 billion EMC, literally breaking the system. There we go, over 1 billion. Now the system's broken. Our numbers are now going into the book, which is great. And we literally have no problem whatsoever. So yeah, very, very straightforward, very, very easy to do. That's why it's so easy for me to just build to my heart's content. To my heart's content, we can build with 1.1 billion EMC. Again, I apologize. I still got a little cough. I am feeling so much better, though. All right. But let's look up the next thing that we need. We need some patterns overall. And for that, we're also going to need the pattern terminal. This is one of the blocks that we're going to need. And that's going to require a crafting terminal with an engineering processor. Now, luckily enough, that crafting terminal does have that EMC value. So what we can do is we can easily craft this guy up just like that. I have processors loaded into the system, so we're good to go there. And we'll teach our system the pattern, okay? Like I said before, I do want to move this down, and we'll utilize that in a different way. So I have some unique cabling, to say the least. I do need some more smart cables here. Let's take out a 64 stack of those, and I'm just going to run this straight across. That's going to be our terminal, right? So we're good there. And then what I'll do is I'm just going to throw this guy. That's not... yeah, that's in the middle. That's in the middle right there. Yep. Okay, good. And we'll throw the flux point back on it to my network. And there we go. We are fully jacked up. I love it. I love it. Okay, good. We'll throw that guy down and just grab a quick little grass block to... oh, no, not a grass block. Apologies. Let's get a smaller smart cable. This guy here. We don't need a big one, so might as well keep it pretty straightforward. Speaking of which, actually, that might not be cable protected. That might be a problem, actually. Yeah, right there. See? Oh, no, no, no. No, no, no. No, no, no. Bad. Bad. Okay, let's do this. Nailed it. Let's do... where'd that one go? Where did that one go? I don't even know where it went. Okay, there we go. Okay, good. We'll remove that. We'll remove that. That should be connected back up. And now we're no longer connected to that disk drive. That's good. Because we were double connected at that point, right? Which we do not want to be. So we need to cable up these guys. And this guy right here. Why is this here? Why are these here? These shouldn't be here. There we go. That's better. Easier access. Okay, good. Good. Fixed it. Fixed it. Excellent. Okay, and then we'll throw down the smart cable in the middle. Perfect. And the dirt. Excellent. Okay, and then our pattern terminal goes down like so. We'll throw in our anchor, and I'll just dispose of the dirt in our system here. And what we're also going to get is we need the facade. We need one of our grass facades. Perfect. Nailed it. Awesome. So the pattern encoder actually lets us encode the patterns that we're going to stick in this ME interface so that we can start auto-crafting things, okay? That's what we want to get going. Now, to do that, we're going to need a pattern of sorts, which is good. So blank pattern we'll get. Now, luckily enough, this is EMC driven, which is amazing. Absolutely amazing, because these are a pain in the butt to make overall. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a few of them and store them, and then I'm going to basically pull out the stack for the pattern encoder here so that we can start this whole process of auto crafting. Now, I don't know if you guys remember back when we first started with the EMC, the transmutation table. We had to teach this thing a lot of different recipes, right? Well, the same applies for our AE system here. We need to actually teach it the recipes, right? So things like this. We need to teach this system how to make sticks. Oh, but you know what else we need to teach it? We need to teach it how to make planks, right? These are all types of things that we need to teach our system overall. And then we need to stick them in our ME interface. Now what this will do is, I'm just going to go to craftable for a sec. This will allow us to now auto-craft these items. So I can say, oh, I want another 64 planks. Boom. As you can see, it shows you that we have the 4 different computers, right? We have the big one, the 524,000, and then we have 3 at 196, okay? So this becomes pretty important when you do bigger crafting, making sure that you select the right CPU that you want to utilize, or you can just go with automatic. And what's going to happen there is we've now doubled our oak wood planks. Perfect, right? Pretty straightforward. Nothing too crazy, and it's working perfectly as intended. Okay, and it utilized our wood. Okay, so this is one of those fine points where it's like, okay, if we want this system to do everything for us, we're going to need a good source of things so that we're not always going into our EMC table, even though we have all of that EMC, right? But that's not our goal, to use that table over and over again if we don't have to. And that's where we're going to get into things like, you know, the void ore miners and stuff like that, which we'll have to jump into here right away, along with some of the magic and advancing in the tech trees. There's a lot of little things there that I definitely am looking forward to. Okay, so yeah, little details like that. Now, I'm not going to go into a ton of stuff here on camera with teaching the system this and that and whatnot, because a lot of it is going to be things as we go, right? We're going to have things like, okay, we need the formation core. We need, you know, all of this type of stuff. All of that's going to be a thing that we're going to do, or I'm going to try to put as much of it in as I can. I don't know why there's fish in here, for example. Why are there fish in here? Did I put them in here? Why did I put dirt in here? I don't know. I don't know these things. But anyways, yeah, so these little things we need to improve upon, right? I've disabled this because we pretty much have everything that we need from the mob farms at this point in time. So that's disabled as of right now. Outside of experience, we really don't need much else, right? And we got an okay amount. 191 levels, I'm good with that. There's probably other ways that we can probably get experience that are a little bit better. The only other thing that I wouldn't mind getting while we're here is I wouldn't mind getting ourselves the repeatable quests, right? We talked about that last time, that I have the money. Let's spend the money and let's get ourselves, first of all, the loot crate, but also just unlock all of these, right? I do think creosote's the best one to do, just between you and me. I'm pretty sure that's the best one to do. There is a nice way to make creosote. From what I've seen here, I think that's probably one of the best ways. But I wouldn't mind getting a small little system for every single one of these, which would be kind of cool to work towards as a little bit of goal. But what's our reward? Oh, an MFSU. Sweet. Might need that at some point. Might need that at some point. Okay. So, for the most part, I'm not going to do all of the patterns and stuff like that on camera with you guys, but we are going to work on one other thing before we finish up here. So, let me set all that up, and I'll come back and we will build the last thing. Alright, I've set up a decent amount for it, and I don't know if you guys can see over there, but I've made myself a quick little rubber tree, okay? Now, pretty straightforward, I want to get myself the electric jetpack. Not a complicated thing at all to get, but one of those items that, okay, I don't really have a setup for IC2, so is this thing going to be a pain in the butt to get? Yeah, more than likely, it is. Luckily, though, some things like rubber are EMCable, which is amazing, right? So some of this is a little easier to get, all right? Now, the reason I need the jetpack, let's explain that first and foremost. We got to go to the weapons and tools. You need the electric jetpack before you can even get yourself the reinforced and the vibrant, right? Now, we already have the vibrant. We're already using the vibrant, but I didn't do this step. So I'd like to complete this, and I'd like to complete this as well, and I'd like to work towards the Dark Solarium, right? Why not? It would make sense. So let's get ourselves this guy right here, okay? And what we're going to do, I think I needed more than that, but that's fine. Cutter. Please. Thank you. Jetpack. Thank you. Boom. Insulated cable. I think I need 4 total, if I remember correctly, because each one of these takes 1. Good. 2 and 3. Excellent. Already got all that prepared. This guy. Excellent. Now, does this have EMC? It does not. Okay. That's fine. We'll throw that in the system. We already have that. Let's get this guy here. So we need to get some copper plates. That's fine. I know I have a hammer. I know I got a hammer. Let's get... let's just do 6. Let's just do 6, right? Call her a day. We're just going crazy. We're going crazy. All right. Let's get back to our jetpack here and get this thing done. So, this guy here, boom, 12, perfect. All right. This guy is going to be created. These do not have EMC, which is a little bit of a shame. I'm not going to lie. It is a small shame, but we'll survive. And bat box. I know I have it. Don't lie to me. There we go. We have the jetpack. Awesome. So let's turn in this guy right here. It doesn't consume the item, so we can get our loot and everything, which is great. And what did we get? An Empower. I'm actually 100% okay with that. I am 100% okay with that. Now, can we turn in this guy? I don't know that we can. We can. Awesome. Okay. There we go. We now have our jetpack turned in. Sweet. The next step is the Dark Solarium. Solarium jet plate. This guy right here. Pretty darn nice jet plate. I'm not going to lie. Now, we already have one of the harder parts. We do require an Ender Crystal, which does require the soul vial of an Enderman. Now, I can't remember if I have a spare one. We have Polar Bear. I do have an Enderman. Okay, good. Good. Let's go back to our Dark Solarium. So, we do need an Ender Crystal, which is a Vibrant Crystal. All right. Vibrant Crystal we can get. No? Maybe not. What? Why don't I have Vibrant Crystal? Vibrant Alloy with... Huh. I haven't made that. All right. I am actually a little shocked that I have not made this yet. Okay. Boom. Boom. No, it's an emerald. It's an emerald. It's an emerald. Yeah, silly. Emerald. There we go. It's fine. No big deal. Okay, Vibrant Crystal. Again, a little surprised that I have not made this yet. But either way, there we go. And this goes in like so, and we need 6 levels. Cool. We can do that very, very easily with our little levels, and we'll use our experience to get that done. That's going to get its work done, which is good in its creepiest way possible, which is awesome. We're going to have to find a way to catch another Enderman, though, at some point in time. Okay, there's our Ender Crystal. Good. One step done. I have a feeling this video is going to go long if I make all of this, which I don't plan on doing. So I'm going to make some of this stuff off camera here, and what we'll do is, I swear I made all of these crystals and nuggets for that matter. Anyways, I'm going to make all this stuff because apparently I didn't. And we'll get as much of this built as we can here. Okay. So let me get this and teach that to the system. Very good. So I'll be right back once we're much, much closer to finishing this thing up. All right, so I think I have pretty much everything except for one vital part. Now, this guy I did catch, a bat with the golden lasso, And we do need to actually capture him in the soul vial. Now, I'm going to need another one of these. So let's not get too ahead of ourselves here as like a victory speech. But I'm pretty sure we can farm this up pretty straightforward for the most part, right? But it gives us our first flight control unit, which is great. Now, I don't believe, yeah, these don't have an EMC to them. So, yeah, that's a big deal. That's a pretty big deal. You do need to capture 2 of these guys so that you're good to go, okay? So, I need to capture another bat. How am I going to do that? How am I going to capture another bat? Well, the main way that we're going to be doing this is the same way we captured the last one, actually. And I just want to double check my controls here with Project E. Fire is N. Okay, good stuff. So, it just so happens that I do have a few passive animals. This guy, though. Oh, boy. No, no, no. Don't try to climb on nothing. I don't even know what that was. It's fine. Anyways, we do have some passive animals. So what these guys can do is we can actually shoot our Philosopher's Stone, like so, at the passive animals to get other passive animals with the goal of I want a bat. Simple as that. Not a parrot, just a bat. There we go. We've got them. And we got the bat. Oh, that was so quick. I love it. I love how fast that was. I was like, oh man, I'm going to be clicking on this for days. Which is a thing. It could very well be a thing. But that's the easiest way to cycle through, in general, your passive animals. So if you get a chicken and you're like, I don't want a chicken. I wanted a bat or I wanted a pig. Well, guess what? You can cycle through that just like I did there and get yourself that pig, right? Pretty straightforward. So, keep that in mind, all right? What are we missing? I got that. I got that. We're fine, okay? That just has energy. And this guy goes in the middle like so, and there we go. Dark Solarium jet plate. Nice. Very good. We have crafted the beast. I love it. Now, this guy here, it doesn't consume the item. That's good, because I really did not want to have to make a second one. That would be a nightmare. But we now have ourselves our Dark Solarium jet plate. Very cool. All the same functionality of your standard one. The only difference is this guy will also charge your armors, which I do want it to do. Don't get me wrong, I do. But at the same time, it does drain out a little quicker. So keep that in mind. Now, I got to find myself the simply, what do we got? Hover mode H. Okay, that's conflicted. Engine hover mode G. Okay, I got to figure out what is conflicting with H. I thought I had this all situated. Building gadgets. That was added in later. That's what it was. Okay. And G, mode switch, building gadgets again. I hear that's good mod, but it just messed with all my stuff. So there we go. Hover mode. One of the big things with the Dark Solarium, as you can see here, we're no longer dipping. The other one, if you look back at the beginning of the video, I was up here trying to place some stuff in, and I was slowly but surely falling. Well, guess what? With the new Dark Solarium jet plate, we no longer have that problem. We basically have almost creative flight. It's faster than creative flight, but at the cost of power. Okay, so keep that in mind. Overall, though, I'm very happy to have this guy done. The flux infused jet plate is basically the same. It's just a different avenue to go down. And I think next episode we'll approach these two guys along with probably the flux infused armor, so that we can kind of progress a little further down the road there and work our way towards this Swift Wolf Rending Gale, which requires red matter, iron band, and oh, I can easily make that. What? I can easily make that right now. Red matter. 4, right? Iron band. I don't think I've made one of those before, but it should be pretty easy. Yeah, around a lava. Okay. Bucket of lava. This is going to be awesome. Okay. I have no clue what this does, by the way. I've never done it, so that's fine. Give me back that bucket, please. Please do not stall up my thing. Okay, iron band. Pretty straightforward. And the vibrant thrusters, like so. And that should give us the Swift Wolf Rending Gale. Hello? That's the recipe. Isn't it? Vibrant, vibrant. Oh, these are fluxed. Oh, okay. But we're close to it. We are pretty close. So I just got to get some fluxed thrusters. And we got ourselves the Swift Wolf. Well, next time, we will approach that and figure that out. All in due time. Why is this thing not charging past 99%? That's rather frustrating. Not going to lie. But anyways, oh, there we go. Now it did. Anyways, that's going to be it for today. We are probably well past wrapping up point. We got ourselves a nice little thing. I think, like I said before, we're going to approach some of the flux and fuse stuff. I'd like to get those knocked off the list here. And I'll probably make the security temple and the workbench off camera. There's a couple other things that we need to figure out here right away. We need to figure out how to get a nether star. That's one of the ways. And bags aren't going to be an option anymore. So we're going to have to probably kill a wither. We got so much more still to do. I got to set up all my auto-crafting too. And we have to set up all of the systems in place so that we have things like oak wood ready to go at all times. So there's so much left to do in the world. I hope you guys are ready for it all. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. Appreciate all the additional support. Have a good one.